Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Rob. I am super duper excited today, more than usual. I know that I say that a lot on my videos, but today is truly a special day. You guys, I've been wanting to get these decks for a little while now, and I've seen so many reviews of them online, and I thought, you know what? These decks look absolutely stunning. And at the end of the day, they are expensive. I have to tell you that right off the bat. These are both very expensive decks, but I am very happy that they are in my collection. I'm going to tell you all about these decks. I'm going to show you these decks. And I wanted to do a comparison of both of these decks together. So I wanted to do a video with both of them together, because if you are thinking of getting one, or if you're thinking about getting the other one, this video is going to let you know exactly which one you're going to want to get. Because now I collect these things, right? These are expensive. So I think if you are not a collector like I am, but you are thinking of getting one of the two, let me show you what these two decks are all about. Let me show you which one I think, if I had to pick one or the other one, I'm going to tell you which one I would pick. At the end of the video, you're going to know exactly which deck I would pick if I can only, or if I could only get one of them. So let's get started, you guys. We have the Serpent and the Peacock. I got the tarot art version, which is publisher signed and numbered edition. This is from 750 sets. This is printed in Italy for Libra Moon Ink, and this is the Tarot of Paul's Moon. So let's get started with the Serpent and the Peacock. As you can see, the box is larger. So if we compare it to like a normal tarot box, you will see that this one is larger. It doesn't all fit in the camera, but this is what it is. This is the front of the box. Beautiful, you guys, just really beautiful. This is one of the sides of the box. This is the bottom of the box. This is the other side of the box, and it is just full of details. These decks were so well planned out. They really get they must be admired for this. It is just beautiful. The box opens up like this. This is what the side of the box looks like, or what the inside of the side of the box looks like. It has the sun moon sign here, which is beautiful, and it comes with a rather large book, as you can see. And by the way, this box closes here with magnets, so it's really convenient. It is a hardcover box, and it is a large one. This is the book that it comes with, and the book is a pretty big, thick book. And the book has over 180 pages, 184 to be exact. There is really no introduction. This is a medieval themed deck, by the way, if you didn't know that. And so the book doesn't come with an introduction. It jumps really right into the major or minor arcana. It gives you a picture of the card here, and then it gives you the meaning of the card here. And that is everything that this book focuses on. It is very well written. It is worth a reading. So that is the book for you. And let's open the box and let's get these cards out so you can see them. Now, they come with a couple of different versions of this deck. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money on this deck, they do have a smaller size that comes in a tin box. And so you can get that one. I chose to get this one because it's such a special deck. I really wanted to get one of the numbered editions, and I did, and I'm glad that I did. My particular deck came with a signature. This is 684 out of 750 for this particular edition. And by the way, you guys, this cardstock is that total velvety, a rose petal feeling to it. It is sort of on the thicker side. If you're familiar with the Taroteca decks, such as the Slavic Legends, for example, you'll find that this is exactly the same kind of paper. I would say that this one is a little bit thinner than the Taroteca, but it has exactly the same sort of feeling to it. The cards are a little bit on the larger side. They're not that much bigger than a regular card would be. You will see that these ones are a little bit, that they're wider. So I would say it's sort of like oracle size in a way, but just beautiful, you guys. They are absolutely stunningly beautiful. I can't say anything wrong about this cardstock. These drawings are just so beautiful. And of course, I'm going to do a complete flip through for you, and you will get to see every single card on this deck. And the printing is beautiful. The material is beautiful. The size of the cards are perfect. And they are so full of detail. They are just absolutely amazing. I just love this deck. I haven't really gotten to work with it, to be honest with you, because I just got them. Just got both of them not too long ago. And so I haven't really gotten the chance to work with them, and I've been traveling as well, so it's been kind of hard to have the time to sit down and really work with it. But I can't wait to do that because they are just so totally beautiful. The gilding is one of my favorite gildings because it's gold, but it's that matte gold gilding, so they won't chip away. My experience has been with this type of gilding that it doesn't chip away. Whenever I get a deck of cards that has the other gilding, that is the total shiny one, it tends to chip away. So I'm happy to see that they chose to do this particular gilding on this one, because that's going to last me a long time. And this is definitely a deck that I want to keep for a long time, you guys. I don't want this deck to get damaged. I love my decks to look like they're in good shape. So this is what the back of the card looks like. Just beautiful, huh? It is not reversible, so as you can see, but I mean, it's sort of a little bit convoluted. So I think that if you do a reversal, it would work anyway. So I don't think you need to be so concerned about that. So if you do work with reversed cards or upside down cards, I think this would still work. Look at these cards, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? This is Judgment. By the way, Judgment is one of my favorite cards on the decks. But look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And if we want to do a spread with this deck, it is sort of a little bit difficult, but it still works, and you can still do a spread with it. You will see here that we have the 10 of Swords. Beautiful, isn't it? It is really, really beautiful. By the way, this deck is printed in Italy. I did mention that at the beginning, but I wanted to mention that again. And it just, I'm so pleased with it. It is not inexpensive, you guys. This is an expensive deck. It really did cost me good money in the end. After shipping and handling and all of that, I did pay a good amount of money. But, you know, you guys, I am so happy that I got it. That I can't complain, right? It's just beautiful. And of course, I'm going to do a flip through of both of these decks together once we go through them. So that is the Serpent and the Peacock. Let me know in your comments if you have this deck. If you don't have this deck, do you want to get this deck? What are your thoughts on this? Now we come to the Tarot of Pulse Moon. You know, you guys, when it comes to presentations, it's been a long while since I've seen a presentation such as this one. Both of these decks have beautiful presentations, right? The Serpent and the Peacock also has a beautiful presentation, as you can see, bigger. I mean, this is a smaller box, but nevertheless, this is such a thick box. Look at this. Both of them are thick. So be prepared to find some space for these guys because they demand it. This one has also a beautiful presentation. This is what the front of the Tarot of Pulse Moon looks like. This is what the side of it looks like. This is what the back or the front, I guess you can say, looks like, because it doesn't really tell you if one is the back or the front. And it opens like this. Of course, this is a hardcover box, and it opens like this. Look how beautiful, right? And look at all that gold in there. It's just gorgeous. Top of the box. And then as you can see, the cards come out like this. You guys, when it comes to presentation, these guys really outdid themselves. This is just lush. This is elegant. That's the box, and it closes back like this, of course. This one also comes with a certificate of authenticity, and I don't know if they have another option for this deck that wouldn't be a limited edition, that perhaps would be cheaper, but I chose to get this one without a doubt because, like I said, I collect these things and I really did want to have this particular version. And so this is the limited edition 86 card tarot deck. It's signed by Paul Warmby, Libra Moon Inc. This is copy 280 out of 750, and that's what that looks like. This is the Tarot of the Paul's Moon. It's just so tasteful. Really, it just, wow. Look at this book, you guys. Let me put this guys aside for a moment because this book really deserves a little bit of time. It is a leather covered book. Like, this is leather. Libra Moon Inc. 2024. It is gilded. And this is what this little book looks like. It's little but lush and elegant and just absolutely fabulous. It gives you, once again, the picture of the card, and then it gives you the meaning here. And I'm going to sort of pause here so you can take a look at that and you can read it at your own leisure. So you kind of have an idea of how it reads. And it just, the whole book is like this. It doesn't really have much of an introduction. It just jumps into the meanings of the cards. Suit of Wands, Suit of Pentacles, Suit of Swords, Suit of Cups, Major Arcana, Significator, Deck Inspiration. And once again, you guys, this is a Middle Ages inspired deck as well as the Serpent and the Peacock. And so that's why I wanted to put them together on one video, because they are the same sort of theme. But I wanted to be able to show you the differences in colors, the differences in cardstock, the differences in drawings, etc., etc. And so once again, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which one I would pick if I had to pick one. So, and it's just a beautiful book. So on to the cards. And now this material is different than this material. It's different than the Serpent and the Peacock. This material here is got that that rose petal feeling, like I said. So they're a little bit more on the matte size. If you compare the size of these two cards, you're going to find out that Paul's Moon is bigger. So it is wider and it is taller as well. So just a bigger card all around. Now, when it comes to the cardstock of the Paul's Moon, you will notice that it's a little bit more on the shiny side. And it is as not, it's also non-reversible, as you can see. So if you read in reverse, maybe that will be a little bit of a problem for you. Once again, I don't read in reverse, so for me, it's okay. This is a little bit shinier cardstock, and but it's also very beautiful. I really don't mind that the fact it's not totally shiny, by the way, so I'm good with it. It's sort of like in the middle. And if I have to guess, this is a little bit of a linen paper, if I had to guess. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. Maybe it could be on the thinner side. This one is a little bit as well on the thinner side. But you know what? I'm kind of learning that cards that are a bit on the thinner side are not that bad after all, because I complained about it for a while. I don't seem to be complaining about it that much anymore because I have short fingers. So maybe it's better for the fingers. But you guys, I cannot for my life hold this deck with my short fingers. So if you have longer fingers, good for you. It'll be easier for you, but I can't do it. I can't do it. So shuffling this deck is going to be a problem for me, but I will find a way to shuffle this deck. So my usual way of shuffling will be difficult. But once again, I will find a easier way to shuffle this deck. If you want to do a spread, this spread's just absolutely beautiful. It does a beautiful spread. And so if you look at some of these cards and you look at some of these drawings, you will see that they are so intriguing and so beautiful. Once again, they are Middle Ages inspired. Here we have the Queen of Wands, and it has touches of gold in it, which I think are just beautiful. The colors are a bit muted. I wish they would have been a bit brighter. If you compare this one to this one, you will see that the colors on this one are brighter than this one. And so also the printing of this one seems to be a bit different than this one. I tend to go more for this sort of printing, but this one is not bad. But when it comes to size, I kind of like the Pulse Moon better. And this one is not gilded, by the way. And so I don't know why they didn't choose to gild this one. I think gilding would have been appropriate for it, but they chose not to do that. And it's not a requirement for me. I really do respect the creators' wishes. So if they didn't do a gilding on it, it must be for a reason. But beautiful deck, you guys. I am going to do a full flip through of these two decks side by side so you can see what they look like. And at the end of that, I'm going to tell you exactly which one I would pick if I could only buy one. And so you guys, before we do our complete flip through of both decks, I want to show you the extra cards that each deck comes with. On this side, we have the poles, and on this side, we have the Serpent and the Peacock. So it comes with an extra Moon card and an extra Death card, extra Judgment, and extra Knight of Swords. And of course, the cards that I chose to keep on my deck are already on my decks. This one is an extra Moon card, and this is an extra Judgment card. And why they chose this particular cards, I'm not sure, but this one is a Four of Cups, and this one is the Death card. This one is the Five of Cups for the Serpent and the Peacock, and for the poles, they chose to have a significator. And then they have another significator for the poles. And this one is a Nine of Swords that is extra for the Serpent and the Peacock. This one is another Nine of Swords that they have extra for the Serpent and the Peacock. This one is an extra Devil card that they have for the Serpent and the Peacock. This one is an extra Fool card for the Serpent and the Peacock. And this one is an extra Magician card for the Serpent and the Peacock. And now I'm going to do a complete flip through of both decks for you side to side. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you exactly which deck I would pick if I could only pick one. So you guys, that was the Serpent and the Peacock and the Tarot of Paul's Moon. And if I had to pick one of these two decks, if I absolutely could just pick one, this is a very tough decision, and I wish I didn't have to say this, but if I had to pick one, I guess I would go with the Serpent and the Peacock. I identified more with the drawings of this particular deck. But you guys, really, I think at the end of the day, we all need to pick our... So you guys, I think at the end of the day, we all need to make a personal decision of what works best for you and what works best for me. Just because something works for me doesn't mean that it works for you as well. So, you know, a very difficult decision. I love both of these decks. Let that go on record. These are beautiful decks, both of them. I'm super, super happy to have both of these decks on my collection. But if I had to pick one, I would pick this one. Now, once again, super tough decision, but I love both of these decks. And so, you guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as I always say, until the next time.